why they kick you out the show. Cause I'm that.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Fredo Bang. Now, Fredo Bang is a Baton Rouge hip-hop artist who really had a rocky year last year. I mean, I don't want to say rocky, because he had some high highs and some very low lows. Like Fredo Bang and one of his homeboys, Lit Yoshi, who was also an artist with TBG, ended up getting locked up, man. They both got locked up in Miami. It was a big scandal or whatnot. I shouldn't even say scandal. We'll just say it was a misunderstanding because Fredo Bang was eventually let go, man. It looks like he didn't do anything wrong in the situation, right? Well, with that, he also had probably one of his best streaming years and best years on the Billboard, man. I think his single top went platinum, if not just gold. Man, dude was having an amazing time in the rap game before he caught that case. Now, since being back, he's gotten into the rap game and into the rap swing of things, and it seems like he's back on top of doing what he does and representing Baton Rouge. Well, he was recently supposed to be doing a show with some other Baton Rouge legends, Boosie and Webby to be exact, and it seems like he got kicked off the show. And it seems like it's for some shady type of reasons. Now, Fredo Bang responded to this on social media several times. And it seems like the fans wanted to know why he was let off the show as well, man. So he took to social media and made some comments and followed that up with a video. But before we talk about what Fredo Bang said and, we play these clips, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this Fredo Bang situation with this concert with Boosie and Webby that he got taken off, man. So I don't know if he was kicked off the show or he was just taken off for financial reasons, but it's obviously struck a nerve with Fredo Bang because he took to social media to vent about the whole situation. And he did so in several different posts. Now, in the first post, it was kind of like a cryptic message where he was just putting it out there that somebody shouldn't play with somebody else's money. And he said this right here. Now, I'm going to paraphrase a bit just to make it YouTube friendly. He said, "Real dudes don't stop another dude's money, no matter how much they don't like him." And that led fans to believe like either he's talking about the promoter in this situation or maybe he's talking about the other artists that are on the bill. Now, this concert is supposed to take place in Swainsboro, Georgia on the 26th of March. Now, the original poster or flyer for this, it had Boosie, that's Lil Boosie, Webby, and then it had Fredo Bang on there. Now there's a revised and updated cover, and it only has Lil Boosie and Webby on there. And Fredo Bang obviously got word from the promoters or whoever that he couldn't be on this concert, and he probably didn't understand why. And he feels like maybe somebody on the bill or either the promoter or somebody is shortchanging him and stopping his money flowing in, man. Now, it's no surprise that artists live mostly off of the money that they make on the road. So Fredo Bang definitely being a more low-key artist, more in that mid-level right now, all the show money he can get, man, he's got to capitalize on. So he took to social media to post the original flyer to let fans know what was going on. Now, in this post, Fredo Bang said this. He said, "They kicked me off this show, but that's what happens when you the most hated," with a whole bunch of 100% emojis, you know what I mean? And in the background, you can see the original flyer there. And you see Boosie in the front, you see Webby on the side, and then you see Fredo Bang on one side, man. So it led you to believe like, okay, it looks like a nice Baton Rouge roster showing up to Swainsboro. They're going to have the fans come out. I know throughout the South, all three of these artists are loved heavily, man. Probably a packed house. And Fredo Bang was probably surprised by the notification that he's no longer going to be on the show, man. Now, he took to social media that had a lot of people, and made another post, I should say, that had a lot of people thinking, okay, is he taking a shot at somebody else on the bill, like another artist? Because there's only two other artists on the flyer, and that's Webby and Boosie. And we know that Boosie and Fredo Bang have had a weird relationship because, Fredo Bang and NBA Youngboy, they at it, man. They're not cool at all. Everybody knows the backstory on that. Hopefully, they just like they're on opposite sides of things, right? So bad that Fredo Bang linked up with Lil Durk and OTF outside of the whole NBA Youngboy beef that he already had going on, right? And they've been back and forth on social media. But Boosie seems to stay away, tucked away from both of them. he usually doesn't say anything to Fredo Bang publicly, and he usually doesn't say anything to NBA Youngboy publicly, as you can see. Now, in the past, he's taken pictures with him and stuff like that, but recently, since all this beef stuff that heated up, it seemed like Boosie has tried to stay out of it. And that has a lot of fans believing Boosie was the one who got Fredo Bang taken off this show. Now, Fredo Bang also posted this to social media. Okay, now in this post, you can see that Fredo Bang was reaching out to somebody else on Instagram through the messenger, right? And it looks like he's reaching out to another artist. And he's trying to cover up who it is, but you can kind of see that they have over 400K followers, and it looks like they have like 500 or something posts, man. And this led a lot of people out there to believe he's reaching out to Boosie. Now, in the post, he said this in the messenger. He said, "Man, blood, you taking food out my mouth?" with the question mark. He said, "You can't do a show with me on it?" And basically, a lot of people believe that he was reaching out to Boosie. Everybody believes he was reaching out to Boosie, even though he covered up the name or whatever, and said, "Man, you can't do a show with me on it," letting it be known that they don't have any issue, and he's surprised by the fact that somebody would suggest that they can't be on the bill together. You know what I mean? So this leads everybody to believe it's another artist, man. And Fredo Bang was bold by putting this out here because a lot of fans were like, okay, starting to really understand this whole Boosie-Fredo Bang relationship, because I believe Fredo Bang has gone on record to say that they're loosely related, like they're cousins or something like that, but you wouldn't know it from how they interact throughout the music industry or whatnot. Boosie kind of does his own thing and sits off on a silo by himself, and he's already made that legend status. And you have your NBA Youngboy and Fredo Banks, who are already, they're already big time artists. They're already huge in the rap game. They've got plaques. NBA Youngboy, one of the biggest artists in the world right now, you know what I mean? And I can't tell you what Boosie is thinking, but maybe as an older head in this whole situation and seeing that these two got beef, you know what I mean? He probably just doesn't want to seem like he's doing favorites or doing anything with one person as opposed to the other. So that way it doesn't look like he's picking sides, you know what I mean? And that's a mature approach. Now, I can understand Fredo Bang's frustration. If that's all true, he would still be upset about the fact that he's missing out on some money in this situation, because we ain't got to be best friends. We ain't even got to be homeboys. But, man, when it comes to rocking the stage and getting this paper, everybody should be on the same page. And at this time, that's all alleged, and, we don't know that for facts. But Fredo Bang also answered a question on a live that he got. So let's look at this video where he was on live and answered this question.
Why they kick you out the show? Because I'm that. You know what I mean? And I'm probably getting paid more than that anyway, put together. They're probably trying to stay in their budget anyway.
Now, in that video, Fredo Bang took the mature approach. He said, man, I am not trying to, diss anybody, it seemed like. And he also said that he believes he might have been taken off the show because it was a big bite out of their budget. Like, maybe they couldn't afford to have Fredo Bang on the bill anymore, and that's why they took him off the show. But to be real, you'll never know, because they're really secretive about the relationship between him and the other guys on the bill. And Fredo Bang has really been, he's been really careful about what he says most times on social media recently, right? But what do you guys think about this? Do you think this has to do with any of the TBG Lil Boosie situations from the past? Or do you feel like Boosie might have asked for Fredo Bang not to be on the bill? Or do you think that Boosie probably didn't even have anything or any say in it, and it was probably a financial decision that was made by the promoters? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.